Welcome everyone, and say hello to Pokemon players being obnoxious. Truly, I feel like this is something that a lot of other TCGs are responsible for, just being annoying in the community base. So this isn't just exclusively to at the real John Walter, but this individual had a lot to say. He said, Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic and Lorcana players, you can play the best deck for 70 bucks. There's good payouts and great attendance. What's stopping you from trying it out? And boy oh boy, he's done this for the last 2 years in a row, this being his third year, right? And I just gotta ask, why? you know, Ultimately, this individual clearly lacks comprehension, or he's just looking for attention. And I really hate him. So, a lot of people have commented under their thoughts and reasonings as to why they play their, favorite card game. And ultimately, the answer is just we have fun playing them and don't care about the pricing. If you don't know me, my name is The Real A-Town, aka RGB Fox, and I'm giving you my reason as to why I don't play and attend Pokemon events. So, before I start, I would like to say that even though I'm not playing, actively, and I don't play in paper or IRL, I don't attend regionals for Pokemon or even locals, that doesn't mean that I don't play Pokemon. As you can see here, I am a humble Ultra League player. Okay, the leagues here actually don't matter, because if you actually play Pokemon TCG Live, you know that this doesn't actually dictate your skill, right? Like, anyone can hit Masters, because ranking down is actually almost impossible. Like, it would take me losing tons of matches to get from Mewtwo all the way back to, Togepi, right? So, this isn't actually meaning that I'm, good. But I do play a wide variety of decks here, such as Dragapult. I've tried Goldengo. I've tried Bolt Ogerpon, Guardy. I've played Dragapult with a Zard package. I played it with a Frostlass package. I played Guardy with Jellicent recently and without Jellicent. I've even tried the famous Joltik deck, right? Joltik box. Grimmsnarl. It's hard to say that I won't know what I'm talking about, because I played the game a lot. And even back in the day, back when, we had Pokemon TCG Online, right? I was playing all the way since Generation 6. This here is Gen 7. And for more proof, I can show you the Buzzwole deck I was playing at the time as well. This is captured from my iCloud. I was playing a Buzzwole deck. Not only that, but also, and this is going to be a little harder to see because it's rotated sideways, but I was physically enjoying the game as much as possible, because I was even playing a Guardy GX deck back in the day. So I'm going to tell you my relevant experience with the game and why I still play Yu-Gi-Oh! And why it's been the most important game for me to have played in recent times. So for one, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always had a soft spot in my heart, because whenever I grew up, I was watching the anime just like many kids did, and at some point in time, I learned that the cards are actually real. My local comic book store ended up having packs where there were like 25-50 cent goodie bags with just a bunch of random cards, and I started playing the game that way. As I grew older, I learned about Synchro Monsters, and, there were these cool white cards that weren't in the main deck, right? Like, all I knew at the time was Fusion and Ritual Summoning, but Synchros actually pushed me to the competitive light, and that was around Edison format. Now, I didn't play Edison until 2 years ago, and I regret even starting, but for me, It's simply a love of the game kind of love that I have for Yu-Gi-Oh. And a lot of people say that your hobby shouldn't make you broke, or that your hobby should be giving you a benefit of money, such as like people who knit or crochet, right? Like they can sell their works for cash. People who are artists, they sell their works for cash. People who fish, right? People who fish can technically make money if they sell like the game that they catch, right? Hunters, etc. But it doesn't always have to be about the money, right? The payouts is not what's important for a lot of people whenever they get hooked onto something that they want to do for fun. The reason people do things is because they have fun doing it. And that's the same reason why I play Yu-Gi-Oh to this day, and why I'm enjoying it so much. A lot of people ultimately, talk about Pokemon is not a back and forth. I'm just playing solitaire and then that's it. And in a way, they're correct, because there's not hand traps or anything, such as there is in Yu-Gi-Oh, and even in Magic. I believe there's a way for your opponents to interact with you on your turn, right? But I think for me, it's as simple as this is the game that I grew up playing in elementary school, and I ended up really enjoying the competitive aspect, and that's what keeps me trying it out. This day, I don't play Pokemon IRL anymore because I don't have the time to go to Pokemon locals, let alone even the regionals. I couldn't imagine flying out to a different state or even country to play the game, even if the payout is amazing, because that takes a lot of time and investment. And that's another reason why people may not want to, go ahead and play this card game is, while the regionals are like many throughout the year, it still takes a lot of time to go ahead and travel, a lot of money, and your deck can be cheap, sure, but your hotel stay might not be, and amongst many other things, right? And so that for me was the reason why I stopped playing the game, because if I wanted to travel to these events and I wanted to get these big payouts, ultimately I had to sacrifice a lot of time, money, and sweat that I could just, work for regularly at a job, right? I've always had to work, unfortunately, at a certain point in my life in order to afford the things that I wanted to do. And this is the same reason still to this day, where I can just go to a local, play my Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and yeah, I'm not getting money from it, but I'm looking to escape my day-to-day life. And I could do the same thing with Pokemon, but another reason why I don't play Pokemon and the reason why I play Yu-Gi-Oh is that I've made many friends throughout the years playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm very comfortable with them. It's a really cool, chill community that I hang out with, and it's also pretty toxic, but I think it's that level of me being able to express myself how I want that allows me to, interact with the Yu-Gi-Oh players rather than the Pokemon players. Because I've played in a few locals, and I played at a regional here in Texas. Ultimately, liking the community in Yu-Gi-Oh more than in Pokemon. And this is not any like political statement either, right? Like, I'm not here saying that I don't like the quote-unquote, I guess you could say, weird people, or whatever people consider weird, because there's weird people in every TCG, right? I've played Magic, I've played Vanguard, I tried One Piece out, right? So, there are weird people in every single community for any TCG, but ultimately, I felt like if I said the wrong thing on accident, or maybe I wasn't, I guess, super cautious against the Pokemon community, that they would get offended and make assumptions of me, when in reality I am a super progressive. But again, right, now that I veered off topic, it's not that Pokemon isn't enjoyable, and it's not like, the chance of winning $5,000 or more dollars after getting first place is not appealing. It's just, you gotta stop trying to tell people to play your game because of X, Y, and Z reason, right? People can simply just play this any other card game that they want because that's what they're most comfortable with, or that's where their community of friends have gathered to, or because they just genuinely enjoy the game, you know? And when people like Real John Walter go out here and say, what's stopping you from trying it out, not just once, but multiple times to pay rent, it becomes a song and dance, and it cuts people away from the community that you want to have, that you want to grow, when you're just being annoying wholeheartedly. Like, when I saw this post, I was like, oh my god, I should just stop playing Pokemon if I'm gonna interact with people like this on the daily, right? So yeah, just let people play what they love, man. And, you know, it's not like these people don't go out and think about the money and the price support as well, because Yu-Gi-Oh players have been complaining about that for years now, and Konami has just upped their game just a little bit, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not going to hate on you for playing Pokemon and saying that your only reason to play it is because you want to make money potentially at an event. If that's what gears you to play whatever TCG you want to play, go for it. But for me, the reason why I play Yu-Gi-Oh is because I genuinely have fun, and I love all of my friends that I've made throughout the years playing this game. And that's about it. Thank you for listening to my long ass rant. I just, you know, when you see people like this, just, you know, I mean, come on, look at this guy. No, but really though, when you see people like this that try to engage in like the wrong way, it's hard to not make a discussion about it or to interact with the individual, because you kind of just want to tell them fuck you, but in a nice way. So Real John Walter, hopefully you won't ask this question anymore, because honestly it's getting out of hand, man. You gotta find something else to do with your time, clearly. Thank you guys for watching. This has been RGB Fox. And if you enjoyed this video, consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and watch my other clips. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.